to the Weekly What's Up, and happy Halloween. I'm Tori Nagel as Joan Jett.
And I'm Olivia Bracia as a redneck.
And these are your weird national news. When most people think of scary music, they tend to think of heavy metal, and maybe even screamo. But for Somalian pirates, they think of Britney Spears. Songs like Oops, I Did It Again and Baby One More Time have proven to scare away pirates from attacking merchant navy ships, says Officer Rachel Owens. The reason for this is because pirates hate everything to do with Western culture. Although blasting Spears' music has been effective, Stephen Jones of the Security Association for the Maritime Industry says that Western powers will only go so far for fear of violating international law. Jones explains, I'd imagine using Justin Bieber would be against the Geneva Convention.
I feel like Justin Bieber is like the center of all events, you know? Like he always comes up.
Yeah, he's just really fun to make fun of.
Tori, have you noticed that quite a few people are changing their Facebook profile pictures?
Definitely.
Have you also noticed that they are changing them to giraffes?
Yeah, like, that's so random. Why?
According to Today.com news, your friends on Facebook are changing their pictures because they failed to answer a riddle correctly. Apparently, this new trend involves posting a riddle to Facebook, answering via private message, and then the original poster of the riddle lets you know whether or not the giraffe picture is a go. The riddle is as follows. 3 a.m., the doorbell rings and you wake up. Unexpected visitors, it's your parents, and they're here for breakfast. They have strawberry jam, honey, wine, bread, and cheese. What is the first thing you open? There are actually 2 correct answers. What do you think they are?
I think the door would make the most sense, right?
That actually is one of the answers, or your eyes.
But I would never think of that. Like,
not a lot of people
you're already
do,
awake, though. At the beginning of it says that you're already awake.
Oh, that's a good point.
So you really...
somebody should tell the person that made that riddle up.
I'm sure someone else has thought of it, though. Yeah. Well, a squirrel at an Iowa community college has become the #1 suspect in a bike vandalization case. One squirrel is thought to have chewed through 2 bicycle tires, a bike seat, and both a headlight and a taillight. The owner of the bike, a math professor, reported the incident to the police. Later that day, another professor came forward with a picture of a squirrel attacking that very same bike. Until the squirrel is caught, the professor has decided to park his bike indoors.
That's just, like, our squirrels are so crazy.
That's just outrageous. It's a squirrel.
Like squirrels.
They're making it seem like he's like super duper crazy criminal. It's just a squirrel.
In other news, a North Texas man has survived 2 lightning strikes. According to NBC News, the man, Casey Wagner, thought to himself that he was dying when he was struck multiple times. Wagner apparently risks his life all the time, as he was on a trip with his friends called adventure called Rednecks with Paychecks. Rednecks, my people. Wagner and his friends were caught by the storm on Saturday, October 26th. Once struck, Wagner became paralyzed. A nurse was conveniently there and was able to take care of him long enough for the ambulance to get to him. Other than some tingly, numb feeling, Wagner is fine. It's a medical miracle.
Yeah, that's so convenient that there just so happened to be a nurse there. In Georgia, one man used his tractor to kill a 5-foot-tall rattlesnake. Lee Fletcher, co-owner of Chula Peanut and Grain Company, found the snake when he was working out in his field. Fletcher then proceeded to pin the snake down with the front of his tractor until the snake stopped and died. One of the company workers requested the snake's carcass and plans to use it to make a belt.
Ew, I hate snakes.
It's just like something out of like a cheesy sci-fi movie, like a giant rattlesnake.
In other news, a woman dressed as an abusive wife for Halloween, which apparently rubbed off on her as she assaulted her boyfriend in the same night. According to Huffington Post, her boyfriend matched the theme and dressed in an abused husband costume. The two showed their costumes off a little too well when they went to the Halloween pub crawl. The woman, Christina Crespo, was caught screaming and repeatedly hitting her boyfriend. According to police, her BAC was twice the legal limit for driving. Police are currently investigating how much of the assault was real and how much of it was part of an act.
There's so many things wrong with that situation. I don't even know where to begin. Nowadays, cell phones can do almost anything. They can help check your email, you can tweet, and apparently they can even save your life. An HTC smartphone stopped a bullet from hitting a gas station employee on Monday. According to the New York Post, a robber came into the store demanding money from a safe. When the clerk opened the safe to reveal that it was empty, the robber shot him in the abdomen. Fortunately, the clerk's cell phone was in his shirt pocket, and that was right where his cell phone was, and that's where the bullet hit. Apparently, the clerk didn't even realize he was shot.
Oh my god, can you imagine being in that situation and coming out of it? Like,
No.
Holy crap. Yeah. In other news, last week in North Dakota, a burglar broke into a Bismarck woman's home and began to make bacon. According to Huffington Post, the woman reported that the man broke in, cooked bacon in the microwave, and stole 3 cans of Bud Light. Reportedly, the man paid the visit sometime between 7 a.m. and 6 p.m. The woman noticed the missing items and the smell of bacon in her home when she returned after the weekend. Funny enough, a year ago, a man from Missouri was sentenced to prison for a similar crime. He also broke into a stranger's home and fried bacon.
I mean, there are worse things you can do.
Right? I'd be perfectly fine with a burglar coming in and making me bacon, so.
Yeah, and then afterwards I'd be like, okay,
But that's
now
it.
leave. Yeah. Well, that's all for your Weird National News. Stay tuned because next we have Susanna Shepard and Jacob Floor with Weird Science News. Happy Halloween!
Oh, what am I gonna do? I need a break from all this work. I really want to find stuff about like sports around campus. What am I gonna do? There's no. What's going?
Hey man, looks like you're having some trouble there. Dude, you need to find VTTV, man. Channel 33.
VTTV. What's that?
Dude, it's the place where you can find all your entertainment, sports, news, and special productions, man.
Oh, sweet. Thanks,
That's
bro.
where you gotta go, man.
Yeah. Oh, what am I gonna do? I need a break from all this work. I really want to find stuff about like sports around campus. What am I gonna do? There's no. What's going?
Hey man, looks like you're having some trouble there. Dude, you need to find VTTV, man. Channel 33.
VTTV. What's that?
Dude, it's the place where you can find all your entertainment, sports, news, and special productions, man.
Oh, sweet. Thanks,
That's
bro.
where you gotta go, man.
Yeah.
Happy Halloween! Welcome back to Weekly What's Up. I'm Jacob Plore and I'm an angel.
I'm Susanna Shepard and I'm the devil.
We
We
control
control
your
your
conscience,
conscience. And
this is your Weird Science News.
So much of today's entertainment revolves around stories of the undead roaming the earth and attacking humans. Two fans of this genre are neuroscientists from the University of California, San Diego, who have brought it about themselves to try to solve the mystery of zombies. In a way, they have designed a sample of what they think the zombie brain would look like. They also described zombies' lack of essentially all the most basic skills healthy humans have, with the exception of smell, in which zombies have the key advantage. But could a zombie apocalypse happen in real life? In the animal world, there are actually quite a few occurrences. A fungus that drives ants into insanity and eventually cannibalism, all while slowly eating away at the ant's brain. A toxin in cat feces that causes rats to fear the smell of cat urine, and lemmings who jump off of the Moorish cliffs when their numbers get too high. As far as flesh-eating, rotting creatures, these are only things of fiction.
So what are those called? Cliffs, Susanna? Not cliffs. Sorry, just making fun of you.
Yeah,
Do you drink hot tea, Susanna?
I actually do, every morning.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever wondered why tea kettles produce that whistle?
No, actually, I use the microwave.
Ah, lazy. Two scientists from Cambridge University finally discovered why they emit that sound. We know the basics. The steam vibrates through a small opening causing the whistle, but the rest is more complicated. The steam meets a hole in the spout, which is skinnier than the spout itself. It creates a naturally unstable jet, like the jet of water from a garden hose, that starts to break into droplets after it has traveled a certain distance, says a statement released by the university. When the now imperfect jet of steam reaches the second opening, it cannot escape properly, and as it hits the second whistle wall, it forms a small pressure pulse. This pulse causes the steam to form vortices as it exits the whistle. Wow, that's a lot of jargon. These new findings include damage inside exhaust pipes.
Huh.
That is quite the complicated thing
I
that they
know,
discovered
you'd never
there.
think boiling water could be so difficult.
Yeah,
That's why I use the microwave.
yeah, my mom uses it all the time.
Look back a moment with me to your middle school days when Mean Girls roamed the halls. Or just think of that amazing masterpiece of a movie that I know all of you have watched. The passive-aggressive tactics used in Mean Girls may seem petty and barbaric, but they may have a surprising link to our evolutionary past. Studies show that Mean Girl tactics actually have more of an effect on women than physical violence itself. It makes the Mean Girls seem like a better-suited, more attractive mate to males. Instead of duking it out as males do to show who is stronger and potentially a better mate, females demoralize their competitors to where they do not seem fit for reproduction. I'm sad to say, but the cattiness isn't about to go anywhere.
Do you even go to this school, Susanna?
I do, actually, and it is so fetch.
Ah.
And I do because my father invented toaster strudel.
Well, in an epic battle between a bark scorpion and a grasshopper mouse, most people would bet that the scorpion would win. That's where I place my bets. However, the grasshopper mouse has been found to eat the scorpion, even when it gets stung. The answer to this strange fact is that it does not feel the stings. Evolutionary neurobiologist Ashley Rowe from Michigan State injected normal lab mice with scorpion venom and grasshopper mice with venom and found the lab mice kept licking their paws in irritation, while the grasshopper mouse licked their paws only briefly. The grasshopper mice react negatively to other pain, so why do they seem okay with the venom? They've actually shown the molecular basis by which an animal has evolved pain resistance, and that's very cool, says Glenn King, a structural biologist at the University of Queensland in Australia, who was not involved in the research. She speculates they developed this resistance to feed on the scorpions, which are abundant in the Arizona desert. These findings can help with engineering new kinds of painkillers for humans. Imagine that.
Interesting. Very interesting.
I just don't think I'd ever want to get stung by a scorpion.
Same here, and I don't understand how, that would hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, good for them for developing that, but I wouldn't like it either way.
Yeah.
For us college students, any excuse to go out is taken without a second thought. But would you believe going out could actually be good for your health? The research, which was commissioned by the beer company Guinness, was conducted by asking 5 friends to fulfill 2 tasks. First, they had to play a soccer video game with each other remotely and then journal how they felt about the experience. Secondly, the same people played a real game of soccer against another team and were asked to journal how they felt about that compared to the first game. The survey revealed that real-life experiences are far more enjoyable than those online.
Well, since that study was done by Guinness, you have to think about the bias involved.
True, but also it makes me think I should be less lazy and maybe get off Facebook every once in a while.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Especially since it's Halloween. Use that as an excuse. Get out of the house. Go have fun.
Uh-huh. Have some Starburst. It's the best candy. Remember that hum that you talked about, Susanna?
Mm-hmm.
Scientists from Southampton claim to have found the source. The culprit is possibly a male midshipman fish that sends out a distinctive drone when searching for a mate. Did you imagine that it had to do anything with sex?
No, that is so strange.
Yeah. According to the Huffington Post, researchers from the University of Washington's marine biology program said last year that midshipman fish were to blame for Seattle's humming problem. Scientists speculated that the calls of the fish in Washington state could be reverberating off of boat hulls and buildings. No such research has been done in England, so nothing to say about that. That's definitely a sexy mating call, huh?
Oh, yeah. But imagine if those were the fish that were making it in England. That is a loud mating call.
Yeah. I mean, ladies! Ladies here! Right here!
I guess the louder the sexier, right?
Yeah.
Today, people across the country are watching scary movies or going to haunted houses to get their share of Halloween spooks. But did you know what actually happens in your body when you hear a bump in the night that sends shivers up your spine? By definition, fear is the anticipation of possible harm. The body is highly sensitive to the possibility of a threat, so it has different receptors to trace it. First, the body's amygdala produces chemicals that travel to the paraquital gray, which is responsible for our most primal reactions to fear, freezing and jumping. Then, neurotransmitters trigger responses in the body for the fight or flight response, which is the adrenaline rush that you feel that makes being scared so fun. There are 4 stages to fear: freeze, flee, fight, and then to calm down. With the adrenaline rush, your heart rate goes up as well as your blood pressure. Your parasympathetic nervous system brings the amygdala's response back to normal levels once it recognizes the danger has passed. Of course, if you realize that you're in a situation that you can't get yourself out of, paradoxical fear kicks in which your body uncontrollably relieves itself, essentially meaning you poop your pants. Hopefully, none of us get to that point. Either way, happy Halloween!
Yeah, I mean, I'm not one to get scared. I love scaring people, but I do not like the opposite.
I went to a haunted house last week, and I almost got to the point of paradoxical fear. I'm not gonna lie.
Uncontrollable.
Well, that's all we have for Weird Science News, but stay tuned when we come back and have Corey and Key with Girls vs. Food. Happy Halloween!
Woo!
Oh, what am I gonna do? I need a break from all this work. I really want to find stuff about like sports around campus. What am I gonna do? There's no. What's going?
Hey man, looks like you're having some trouble there. Dude, you need to find BTTV, man. Channel 33.
BTTV? What's that?
Dude, it's the place where you can find all your entertainment, sports, news, and special productions, man.
Oh, sweet. Thanks,
That's
bro.
where you gotta go, man.
Yeah. Oh, what am I gonna do? I need a break from all this work. I really want to find stuff about like sports around campus. What am I gonna do? There's no. What's going?
Hey man, looks like you're having some trouble there. Dude, you need to find BTTV, man. Channel 33.
BTTV? What's that?
Dude, it's the place where you can find all your entertainment, sports, news, and special productions, man.
Oh, sweet. Thanks,
That's
bro.
where you gotta go, man.
Yeah.
Happy Halloween! Welcome back to Weekly What's Up. I'm Key, and I'm a lax bro.
And I'm Corey, and I'm Steven Gerrard, who's a soccer player.
And
this is Girls vs. Food.
Today we're going to take a look at some of the weirdest Halloween candies out there. And no, not Japanese Kit Kats.
This candy will truly make some kids squeal this Halloween. First, we have something called blood bags, which pretty much sums up this treat. This is the pouch of cherry-flavored liquid that looks exactly like the blood bags they have at the hospital. Warning to vampires, this does not contain any real blood. Sorry to disappoint.
It's really disgusting. And it's like viscous,
It looks
too.
exactly like
It feels like
blood.
real blood.
Ugh, it's so gross.
Next, we have larvae worm snacks. Technically, these aren't even candy, but they're a treat for the, adventurous eater. They're dried mealworms, and they are flavored, which apparently hide the buggy taste. But, apparently they're quite tasty, high in protein. They must be good for you, I guess.
A lot of, people take those into, the wilderness with them
Do they actually?
when they go hiking and stuff, because they're, high in protein. They're, really light.
Better tell me the rest of my bros that.
Yeah,
High in
exactly.
protein, all right.
Resembling what could be one of the grossest things on the list are what are called Choco Tacos. These look exactly like, take a guess, baby poop. These small chocolates are even wrapped in a diaper, making this already nasty product pretty much inedible, to me at least. There's absolutely nothing cute about this candy.
You know what they should do with that candy?
What?
Those little baby those plastic baby dolls?
Yeah.
They
Come
should,
with it?
they should actually package them together so that that'd be awesome.
Oh, whatever.
What's grosser than eating baby poop? What about zombie pee? There's actually a candy called zombie pee. It comes in a little container too. This sour apple goo comes in a little cup and it's bright green. I don't even know if zombies pee. Who comes up with this?
I don't know. I don't think zombies can pee because I'm pretty sure they're dead.
I'm pretty sure their bodily
I'm pretty
functions
sure
are shut
their
down.
urinary system doesn't work.
Yeah.
I don't know. One thing that truly creeps me out around Halloween time is the excess in gore. Why is it necessary? Why can't we just stick to being scared by ghosts? This next candy, gummy flesh fries, is something I don't care to come across while trick-or-treating. They're finger-like gummy candies, which with fake blood on the edges, and they look like they were just chopped off.
So they're like, lady fingers, except more
Lady
realistic.
fingers,
Yeah.
but human flesh fingers.
Never really like gummies anyways, Just reminds you of yours.
It's a long story.
It's a long story. It's a story for another time. All right, our final candy is perfect for anyone who wants to be a vampire this Halloween. Bloody mouth candies that turn your mouth red and bloody like a vampire's, all while tasting like delicious cherry hard candy. There's like a 14+ age limit to these candies though, so I don't know. They must be legit.
Is there some sort of like what's in it?
I don't
Makes
know.
it 14+.
I honestly don't know. It's sort of freaky. I would advise you not to eat it, but if you're an adventurous eater, go for it. Well, that's all the time we have for today, but stay tuned because when we come back, we have Rhiannon and Macy with Weird World Facts. Catch us next week for another episode of Girls vs. Food. Happy Halloween! Shaw.
Oh, what am I gonna do? I need a break from all this work. I really want to find stuff about like sports around campus. What am I gonna do? There's no. What's going?
Hey man, looks like you're having some trouble there. Dude, you need to find BTTV, man. Channel 33.
BTTV. What's that?
Dude, it's the place where you can find all your entertainment, sports, news, and special productions, man.
Oh, sweet. Thanks,
That's
bro.
where you gotta go, man.
Yeah. Oh, what am I gonna do? I need a break from all this work. I really want to find stuff about like sports around campus. What am I gonna do? There's no. What's going?
Hey man, looks like you're having some trouble there. Dude, you need to find BTTV, man. Channel 33.
BTTV. What's that?
Dude, it's the place where you can find all your entertainment, sports, news, and special productions, man.
Oh, sweet. Thanks,
That's
bro.
where you gotta go, man.
Yeah.
Happy Halloween, Virginia Tech. Welcome back to the weekly What's Up Halloween edition. I'm Rhiannon, and as you can see, I'm a cat.
Kai's Macy, and I'm a Dutchland girl, and these are your spooky Weird World facts.
Macy, you might want to mark your calendar down for this one. Did you know that there is more candy sold on October 29th than any other day in the year?
Is that because people are stocking up for Halloween, or are they just afraid they're not going to get any more candy
But
after Halloween?
wouldn't you think like Christmas after the holiday would be so much cheaper and everyone would buy
Yes.
some? That doesn't make any sense.
Have leftover candy? Save it. Hard candy lasts for a year, while chocolate can last up for 2 years.
Ugh.
I actually had no idea about chocolate. I thought that spoiled in about maybe a week or so.
Honestly, I would never even save it because it's gone in like a couple days. Thousands of people suffer from Samhaino, which is an irrational fear of Halloween.
I can see that. Halloween's scary. Children running everywhere, screaming. I know where I'm from. We just turn off the lights.
Yeah.
No one's getting candy.
Well, to be honest, when I was younger, I was deathly afraid of people in costumes. We went to Disney World and we had to leave after day 2.
It's the worst when they chase you.
Yeah.
The world's largest pumpkin weighed in at about 1,872 pounds.
Oh my goodness.
Was that a mutant pumpkin? Do you think it was like the Hulk? They injected some serum in it?
I was going to say, like, he must have taken care of that for his entire life. Americans purchase over 20 million pounds of candy corn each year.
Not candy
I
corn.
don't even like candy corn.
I know, I feel like that's just an elf thing. Candy corn for the movie? Like, I feel like no one else. Or the people just eat the tops of them.
Yeah.
Ironically, the biggest danger in Halloween is alcohol poisoning. There have been no reported incidents of razors in candy or poisoning.
Dang.
What does that even mean? Are people just going around putting razors in
Well,
candy?
I know when my parents would always tell me I would have to check my candy when I got back, just because they would never know like if anything was in there. But
like
kinda
you
scary to
stick your
hear
hand in
about
the
it.
bag and there's a razor, or it's like actually
in the candy.
in the
Like you
candy?
would take a bite and there'd be like
Those
a
are
razor.
some mean people.
I know. For some towns in the U.S., the Halloween theme lasts all year long. Thanks to their names, a few that would be especially fun to visit for the holiday: Frankenstein, Missouri; Scary, West Virginia; Spook City, Colorado; and Candytown, Ohio.
I want to live in Candytown. That sounds delicious. I think they all live in like little gingerbread houses.
Oh my goodness.
The U.S. Census Bureau estimates that there will be 41 million trick-or-treaters ages 5 through 14 in America this year. Okay, I could see that because I feel
could
like when you're
definitely see
over
that.
14, it's a little sketchy to go trick-or-treating
Yeah.
anyways.
Did you know at some states it's illegal to go trick or treating over a certain age?
I knew it was illegal to wear a mask over a certain age, but I could see that. You know, creepy older kids, a lot of little kids out there. It gets a little weird.
Also, get this: parents alone are expected to spend over $1.04 billion on Halloween costumes.
Parents?
Parents.
Like our parents, like not
Yeah.
just us. I feel like a lot of teenagers make their
Make their
costumes, and
costumes.
parents are just,
Yeah, but you have to think about little kids. They want the newest, coolest stuff, and their parents are probably just shelling out the money.
yes. Halloween has also been named All Hallows Eve, Witches' Night, Lambswool, Snap Apple Night, Summer's End, and Samhain.
What?
Okay, I get Witches'
I
Night.
do get that, and I get All Hallows Eve.
Why Lambswool?
Or
The Night of
Snap
Sheep.
Snap Apple Night.
Snap Crackle Pop. That's what I'm thinking of.
The first jack-o'-lanterns were made from turnips.
Okay, don't understand. Like, so people had like turnip carving contests. I mean, what do you use a turnip for, anyways, besides throw it away?
Wait,
'Cause
yeah,
I don't
what
even.
do you do with it?
Well, that's all the time we have for today. I'm Macy.
And I'm Rhiannon. I hope everyone has a safe and super crazy Halloween.
We'll see you next week on the weekly What's Up. Look for profile pictures for Facebook. That's a typo. Tooth showed their costumes off at a little too. Sorry. Okay.
Drives ants into a
It's just Sammy.
In the animal world, there are actually quite a few occurrences of I'm already messing
Occurrences
up.
of a fungus.
And cat feces that causes rants to feed. I was
Causes
doing
rants.
so well at the beginning.
Causes rants. Application. Wow, that's awkward. Sorry.
The passive-aggressive tactus.
The cactus, the passive aggressive cactus.
Okay. The passive-aggressive tactics used in Mean Girls may seem petty and barbaric, but they have.
Calm down. 5.
Not to go anywhere.
Do you even go to this school?
Shit.
It's a
Can we
Mean Girls
redo the
reference.
improv by the beer company Guinness was tasks. First.
Count down 5.
Why do I suck today?
4. 3.
The research, which was